Angel, we have a guest. Mike Johnson, Speaker of the House. That person is a clown, okay? So we're gonna listen to him, okay? Okay.
Speaker Mike Johnson. Speaker Johnson, thanks so much for being here. Welcome to the lead, your first time as Speaker. So you're at the border today, and I presume you're seeing a very dire situation, hardworking border agents, who can't do their jobs with what they have. They need more money, they need more colleagues.
So Mike Johnson's about to expose CNN and the left and Joe Biden and the Biden administration, because CNN, this dude right here who I do not like, they're trying to put the blame on Republicans. And Mike Johnson lays it out. Dude, it's the fault of the Biden administration. Let's listen.
They need more beds for asylum seekers. They need more funding. How come the House has not yet touched this $14 billion supplemental request from the Biden administration? The White House is hammering you on it. Why not take it up and help these individuals?
Jay, good to be with you. Sorry it's taken so long to come on with you since I became Speaker. Listen, this is a catastrophe down here. And what the White House is proposing is more money to process and allow more illegals into the country. We need to do the opposite of that. And this is, you don't need to take my word for it. Listen to the Deputy Chief of the U.S. Border Patrol, who was with us last night, and he told us in his own words, he said, it's as if I'm at an open fire hydrant. I don't need more buckets to dump the water. He said, I need to turn the flow off. That's why we're here today, Jake. We had 64 House Republicans here representing 26 states and 1 U.S. territory, everybody from California to Maryland, Michigan to Florida, because every state in America is a border state right now. This catastrophe can come to an end if the Biden administration will do its job, and they've refused to do it. They're doing the opposite.
It's the fault of the Biden administration.
So the $14 billion, there are, you're right, 1,600 asylum officers that would be part of that to speed up processing of asylum claims. That's what you're talking about. But there also would be 1,300 more Border Patrol agents to work alongside the 20,200, and also funding to hire 1,000 Custom and Border Protection officers with a focus on counter fentanyl. So it's not all, in fact, most of it is not related to processing asylum seekers.
But a good amount of it is, Jake Tepper, CNN, a good amount of it is to process asylum seekers. And that's not what we need right now.
A lot of it has to do with what you're talking about.
Jake, the president should come to the border. What an idea that would be. He should talk to the border patrol agents who are down here.
I think he went last year, just FYI.
Yeah, well, he went for a photo op. He should come and spend a couple of days like we have to be with the people here on the ground who are fighting this war on the border. That's effectively what it is. We have so many people, Jake, 7 million people have come into the country since Biden walked into the Oval Office, and that's a low estimate. Most people believe it may be twice that high. We have nearly 2 million gotaways that we know about, not to mention those who evaded capture. Over 300 known terrorists apprehended at the border trying to come in. We don't know how many evaded capture.
300 known terrorists?
And detection. They're in the country, potentially setting up terrorist cells everywhere. Fentanyl is the #1 cause of death for Americans aged 18 to 49, flowing over the border like an open sewer. Human trafficking is the #1 business of the cartels here. Estimated, we were told today, Jake, one of the local sheriffs here, said that they believe that the cartels are making $32 million a week on trafficking human beings into the U.S. That's over $1.5 billion a year. Transnational criminal organizations, and the Biden administration seems to care nothing about it. Remember, they could issue executive orders and fix this overnight. You could reinstate the Remain in Mexico policy. You could stop the catch and release policy that the Biden administration insists upon. You could do some very important things, but they refuse to do it.
Boom, shakalaka. I love Mike Johnson exposing the truth. Nothing makes me happier than him actually calling out the BS from the Biden administration and, quite frankly, from CNN. I hate CNN. Now, this is Donald J. Trump. He says this, on day 1 of my new administration, I will seal the border. Let's take a listen.
On day 1 of my new administration, I will seal the border and I will shut down the invasion of millions of people that are coming through into our country.
That's what we need.
3 years ago, we had the most secure border in U.S. history. We built 561 miles, far more than I said we were going to be able to build. And this is after fighting Mitch McConnell, Paul Ryan, and the Democrats. Sometimes you wonder who was worse. You know what I did? I took it out of the military. I said, listen, this is an invasion. I'm taking it out of the military because with Congress, it's like, unless you're a Democrat, they suck a lot of money out of Republicans that vote wrong. We got to be very, very careful with that. Very, very careful. But I took it right out of the military. We built it, and we built like nobody's ever. You know the wall, the way it looks, right? That's exactly what they wanted. Border Patrol. Brandon Judd, phenomenal person. You take a look at. Does anyone ever hear? Do you ever hear of Tom Holman? Is he Central Casting? He said, President Trump, both of them. Everybody said it. The greatest president in history for the border. We had that thing so good. All Biden had to do is stay on the beach. Just stay on the beach. Just.
Yeah, what the heck is Biden doing? Why is he getting rid of all the hard work that Trump did? What the heck? Which, by the way, I have to just mention real quick, the amount of energy that Trump has when he speaks, he's the best speaker I've ever heard in my life. Like, people should study him. They should, in colleges, when you take a speech class, they should dissect Trump's speeches because he's so good at talking to people. It's really, really cool to me. I mean, if I ever do become a teacher in my lifetime and I teach a speech class, I would love to break down some of Trump's speeches because, I mean, he's really charismatic.
But we built the border wall. We got Mexico to give us 28,000 soldiers free of charge. Thank you very much, Mexico. I love the president. He's a great guy. But
Trump gets deals done. Trump knows how to get deals done. So here's Trump yet again talking about how he's going to fix this situation at the border and stop the influx of illegal immigrants. Let's take a listen.
only happens in third world countries, in banana republics. It doesn't happen in our country. And they've done it like never before. I mean, they're doing it with others, and they'll continue to do it until we get them the hell out of office. So we have to be very careful. We have to win. On day one of my new administration, I will seal the border and I will shut down the invasion coming into our country. And that's what it is, just like a military invasion.
Trump is very, very serious about this, my friends. So after Trump wins New Hampshire, Nikki Haley ruthlessly attacks him, says he's a loser. He brings bad omen to the party, lost in 2018, 2020, 2022, and will lose again in 2024. Says the party should nominate the loser, that is her, to win in 2024. Incredible logic. Let's watch this. So weird.
And the question is, who's gonna fix it?
Donald John Trump, Nikki. Donald John Trump.
Angel. Okay. So I know you're a fan of Donald Trump. So be careful. You better be quiet, okay? Don't tell anyone. Okay? We're gonna be in big trouble. You might get evicted. Okay? So we'll work on it.